Welcome to my tarot card reading for March 2019, Cancer, and this is Manu Tarot. Let's start with the reading, Cancer. We have here the Moon, Oya, and Oba y Oya Yanza. Here, next to it, we have the Strength with Leo, Sun, Pluto, and the Lovers, Gemini, Mercury, North Node. And right under the rest of the reading, this is a month where big decisions, important decisions must be taken. What you're going to do is up to you, my dear Cancer. But here, this month is about decisions and accepting the consequences of those decisions, okay, regardless of what decision it is, okay, because we already know that there are people that they make decisions and they don't want to accept the consequences. In other words, there are people that want the cake and eat it too, okay, and it doesn't work that way, and that's why the warnings and advice for this month. The first month is all about tests, exams, analysis, studies, okay? That's the topic. And the thing is that during this first week, these tests, this analysis, they reveal something. What is going to reveal? It all depends, okay? This is not a personal reading. This is a general reading. Hence, I give just the common denominator, the general idea of the week. And in this case, the tarot cards are talking about that. For example, now I'm going to give examples so you can understand how to apply the common denominator. Here, for example, test, paternity test. That could be a possible scenario. Citizenship test. Okay? That could be another possible scenario of how the general reading, the common denominator, applies to. You think you're pregnant and you take a test, okay? And that's more or less what we're talking about. Blood test to see if you have whatever it is that the doctor wants to find out. Okay, it could be something serious, something really, really simple. I know that with health-wise, there's nothing simple, but when you compare cancer with common cold, a virus, a viral infection that is of not threat, then it looks like nothing. Okay, it depends how you are going to compare. Everything is relative in life, but that's what the main topic is all about here. Okay? If it is college, let's say that you apply to a college, or there's a very important test that you have to take, like a boards, things like that. You know, this is all about here contemplating. And you're going to see the results very soon, okay? Or probably during this week. By the second week, is talking about giving up, because I have no idea which word can transmit the idea of what I want to say. The connotation is negative, but what I'm saying is that you need to learn to take your battles. You need to learn when to fight a battle or a war, okay? Not all wars are worth fighting. Not all battles are worth fighting. Okay? And that's technically what the tarot cards are talking about. And here is mentioning that. A desire to what I call giving up. Let go. Like, I just don't care anymore. How you can apply that. For example, you are in a relationship and you are trying to save the relationship. But you're seeing that is useless, is worthless. You have been trying everything, and for a relationship to work, you need two people. and if one of them is not cooperating, then it's not going to work. Okay? And you are like, oh, like, I just don't care. I'm giving up. I don't want to deal with this anymore. I'm going to move on, leave this behind, or whatever it is. Okay? And that's what, you know, that's how you apply the common denominator that I mentioned. For example, it could mean that you are being treated for whatever it is and it's not working. And then you decide to give up in that aspect and probably change treatments, do something different. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? In other words, also the other side of seeing it is that you are sick. Let's be honest, you have a terminal illness and you are like here considering the concept of giving up. That's normal. It happens. I have met people like that. Okay? It happens. It's part of being human. Okay? Harsh to say, harsh to hear, difficult to swallow, of course, but it happens in life. Okay? And I need to also mention that possibility because it's a general reading. I'm just giving the general idea, the general concept of what is coming, and you just apply the common denominator in every single department of your life. It's a desire of giving up, a desire to relinquish, a desire to leave behind what you consider that is not worth fighting any longer. Does it make sense? Now, by the third week of the month, we're talking about growth, but this is growth that comes with responsibilities, and that's why I said people want the cake and want to eat it too. So you have to accept that if you get married, you are not anymore single, and you have to accept the responsibility of that decision. Okay? Whatever it is that you decide to do, whatever you decide to do, you need to take responsibilities. There are strings attached to whatever it is. You wanted to be a manager, you wanted to be the boss. Now you have to accept the responsibilities. There are responsibilities, there are things that attach you to. You want a car, now you need to accept the responsibilities of having a car. You didn't know that it was so expensive to have a car because it's entitled the insurance and a lot of other stuff that you didn't think about it. Now, you know, now you're facing the responsibilities. You wanted a child, you adopted a child, now you have to face the responsibilities. You wanted to get pregnant, now you have to accept the consequences of being pregnant. Okay? You had a baby, now you have to accept the responsibilities of having a baby, meaning that you are not going to let the baby in mom's, pop's house. Okay? It's your baby, it's not theirs. Does it make sense what I'm trying to say? That's what is this all about. Accepting the responsibilities of whatever you have done. Okay? It could be good, it could be bad. The last week of the month, if the last week is all about, it's very similar to this one, but in this one it's like you finally make a decision. You are thinking and contemplating of like literally running and leaving everything behind. Again, this could be something good, it could be something bad. If you live in a relationship where there is domestic violence, well, then it makes a lot of sense to like leave behind that violent atmosphere. Does it make sense? You have to like put the common denominator in different departments of your life because this is a general reading. It could mean that, for example, you cannot pay the mortgage anymore, you cannot pay the car anymore because there's some financial problems. So you have to accept the consequences of any decision that you have made, and you have to keep that in mind as well. And this is letting us know that there's a desire to leave behind many things. There are things that are not going to be finished. It could be that for at the moment you have to stop studying in college, university. You have to make a pause, you have to stop and probably continue in another occasion, because right now you can't. That happens. It's life. Okay? It could be that you have to return the car, surrender the car. Probably you have to like go bankrupt. Okay? There's different possibilities here, but the common denominator is the same one. Leaving behind everything because there is some financial issues that it doesn't allow you to finish what you have started. Okay? A divorce is the same. Okay, there was a commitment till death, but you cannot finish for whatever reason. Okay, and you have to like divorce. That's another example. Okay, but that's what the tarot cards are talking. I'm just giving you the common denominator so you can apply it. I give you examples so you more or less get an idea of how it could apply. Okay, and the last thing here is, for example, for those people that are considering, for example, people that, let's be honest, let's say people that are HIV and they're very depressed and they decide to stop taking their medications for whatever reason it is. Okay, this could mean also people that have cancer and they don't want to do chemo or radiation or anything like that, treatments like that. They stop doing it. Okay, they're giving up. Okay, I'm going to the very tragic part, but there's also other parts that are really simple. You have a lot of cavities, dental cavities, and you decide to stop taking eating candies, sweets, and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's the other way of seeing it. You have to understand the common denominator. Okay, because I just give one or two examples doesn't mean that it's exactly that what I mean. I'm just giving you examples so you can understand how it could work or manifest the common denominator. Okay, that's all I have for you, and till the next one.